All right, so I'm kind of on a time crunch. I start my landscaping business here. It's getting to that point where it's getting really busy, so I don't have as much time to work on the car. But I'm trying to make time because I am not leaving an unfinished product for you know years at a time. Sit in here and take up room. I hate that. I hate unfinished business. And plus, like when you're in the groove of doing a build, you don't really want to stop because like you kind of lose that creative flow that you had. So I'm gonna try to continue this and get as much done as humanly possible. I know what I have to do, like it's not. I want to get it to where it is ready for an engine. I want to get all this mocked up. Like as you can see, the engine's just kind of sitting there. I don't have motor mounts yet. I don't have the body braced yet. I don't have the tunnel built yet. I don't have a drive shaft built yet. I don't have the tranny mount yet. I have to build a lot of stuff. And most importantly, I don't have the top chopped yet. And that's kind of what I really want to do. So, I'm going to continue on the body. I think the chop will be the last thing that I do because I want to see, like, with the seat and everything that I put in it, I want to see how much height I have before I chop it down. I don't want to be driving like this. I hate that shit. So, I mean, I'm not hating on anybody that has their car like that, obviously. I think it looks awesome. But I want to drive this thing around. I don't want to be like, I can't. I don't want to drive like that. I want to look out my windshield and be able to see a stoplight. I'm gonna be picking at things today, man. This is gonna be an episode like that where, as I'm speaking to you guys, I have no idea what's gonna unfold in this episode. But you'll see in the title, whatever I get done, I'll put in the title so that you know what you're in for. But as of right now, I'm out here. I'm gonna turn the heater on because it's about 35 today, and I'm gonna warm it up, and I'm just gonna go to town, man. I'm gonna force myself to be out here for like 14 hours today. So let's go. Main objective today is, okay, so I have this sitting kind of at a good angle. It's about 4 degrees. I don't like it to slant any more than that because when I have the lake style headers coming out and going down, they'll go down at like a slant rather than straight back, which you want them to go down a little bit of a slant, but like I don't want them like aiming towards the ground. I hate when they look like that. So I mean, we got the mount tacked in there. Obviously when I do the frame and I box the frame and everything, I'm going to finish weld everything. That mount will be in there solid as a rock. I might even put more structure in it, like a triangular, like an angle in there. I don't know. But now I'm just going to cut the floor apart and work on the tunnel. Unfortunately, thank God I can leave that alone and just use that. I'm still gonna have to build some kind of a tunnel around it, obviously, so that I can build I'm gonna have all kinds of structure going on the floor there. I'm gonna have to get out and get some square stock, but I gotta cut that out, and that's gonna be the next goal here. And then I can start putting more bracing into the floor, and then I got to add bracing back there. Then I got to do up here and still have enough room for the pedals and the steering and all that, which I should probably wait to do the toe kick until I have that kind of the steering going through there and all that. But at least I have the tranny mounted. I have one motor mount. That's kind of what I'm contemplating right now off camera, so I'm not, just got to figure it out. I'm either going to order motor mounts tonight because I can leave this is resting on those boards like it's sitting perfectly level, Obviously not that way, but that way it is. And it's pretty much where I want it, where I can put the distributor there without it hitting the firewall. We're going to be pretty close, but I don't want to have the engine go any further forward, and obviously I don't want to go any further back, but within reason I have to have enough room for my feet, and might still try to use this bus seat if possible. Depends on how much of a chop I put on the top, because if it doesn't have much of a chop, I can sit my seat up a little higher and still. It'd be crazy to have a seat, you know, a bench seat in here with a car this low. It'd be kind of neat instead of having bucket seats with a big tunnel, but I doubt it's going to happen. But as you can see, like, there's not a ton of room in here for your feet. Just to give you some perspective, put my feet up there. So like, there's enough, trust me, there's enough. But like, after the structure is put into this thing, man, like I'm gonna be over like here, and I definitely can. I have a ton of room. I mean, I'm sitting so low right now, like I think I can still, like, there's where my steering's gonna be, right down there. I think I should be okay. I'm gonna have to figure this out. That's gonna be a situation there. I might have to have a pedal, the throttle. I'm gonna have like a little spoon style. All right, I'm just gonna keep going instead of talking. Since I got the new stone put outside, no water. I mean, it's pouring today, probably worse than it has all year. This is probably the worst we've had all year. And no water's getting in yet, so that's a good sign. I mean, the neighborhood is flooded and no water is in here, which is amazing. So I went and got some square stock, some angle iron. I knew this day was just going to be a weird one. You know, I decided to just do the bracing today, and the firewall, which I didn't think I was going to get to for a long time, but that's where I'm going to mock up the motor. I mean, I should do the motor mounts first, but they're not here, so I can just keep that set up like that. It's resting level on wood, so as long as it stays there, that's exactly where I'm going to put it. And you know, give or take like a degree or two, it's not the end of the world. So I can get the firewall going within like an inch of where it should be, so it'll have a little bit of wiggle room if I need it. And I'm just gonna hopefully get that chapter done today. So, you know, $100 later for some 4-foot square stock and angle iron, gotta love it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a piece of angle iron across. You know, I'm gonna like do it as the shape of this, like put one there, one, you know, and one like a triangle, like one there and one there, the whole way across. And that's how I don't know, I'm just gonna basically trace the outline of this, run angle iron across, then run my bars, you know, straight down, and that's how I'm gonna build my firewall. I better explain what I have going on here because I've been skipping around. Well, by skipping around, I'm not filming because I've just been working. But a lot of this stuff, you know, you see me do every single weld. But here's what we have going on. Everything's just tacked in place right now, but we have the tunnel built, and I have to, maybe I can get a better aerial view here, like maybe just from back here. So basically, I'm going to run pieces parallel the whole way down on both sides. And then I'm going to build off of that and come back here and tie into this. And then I got to like do bracing the whole way along here. And man, there's just a lot to do, but I'm just going to keep rolling on it. So I obviously ran out of metal and I have to go buy more, and it's so expensive, man. It's crazy, but you got to do what you got to do. I have to finish this, so I can't leave it unfinished over a $50 piece of metal. So tomorrow's another day. I got a good bit done today. I had to run down to the store like 2 different times for more metal, but I'm really glad that I got this brace going on for the back. It's real nice and thick in case anyone hits me from the back. You never know. I mean, people wreck cars. Everybody is on their cell phone these days. Now that support That's going to get welded into the frame and boxed into the frame, and I'm going to put trailing arms going from the axle to that so that I can set that straight. As you can see, it's a little crooked, and this is all a little wonky right there because I didn't cut it centered. I went by the stupid rear end rather than like the actual measurements, so like it's shorter on that side than it is that, so it's not that it's that off, it's just, but yeah, I mean, I gotta move everything over a little bit. These aren't tightened either, so I mean, it's not even really up in there good. Everything's just kind of sitting here, which isn't a good thing if you're trying to make everything square and level. But I'll square it all up. It'll all be squared up. And when I take this all apart, I'm going to flip this all over and weld all like underneath. Some stuff's welded the whole way around because I prefabricated, but like I got to weld all this bracing on the underside. But the ride height's right, the seat height is right, my head's not hitting the top. I could still chop at 3 inches and be alright. I could chop at 4 inches and be alright, but you know, it might be a little excessive. I don't know what I want to do, but I gotta finish. I gotta get another piece of angle iron for that side, and then I still have to figure out all this, what I want to do with this, man. Like, the seat's going to be in front of this cross beam here, obviously, but I don't know what I'm going to do with this back here, whether I'm just going to run a piece of plywood across it. I'm going to put some more bracing in there, obviously, but I don't know how heavy I want to go with it. And I'm not obviously not putting a back seat in this, for those of you that ask, but I'm just going to put the gas tank probably back here, mounted on these bars, and then I don't know, maybe a toolbox and a cooler and whatever I want to travel with, you know, back here. You know, if I go to a lone car show, I could put my chairs back there or whatever, I don't know. Cooler, some belongings, and then the front will just be right there. Oh, I'm beat. I'm kind of out of it. I'm really tired. It's been like a 14 or 15 hour day out here, so I'm gonna go inside and get a shower, and as I'm laying in bed, I'll think about what my next move is going to be on this. It's exciting, you know, to see it come together, but it costs money. You know, this metal today was a $200 a day for metal. You know, $75 for more gas for the welder yesterday. That's $275, and it looks like I did nothing. You know, but that's the name of the game. These cost money, and then people, when you sell them, they want them for free. They don't understand. You know, they just want a hot rod that's already built for them. But a lot goes into this. I need to make my motor mounts. That's really important. Go figure. You know, I'm missing one mount. I have one. I'm just missing another one, or else I could cut those and burn those in, and then get this crane out of here, and that would just be one more step closer. But that's pretty much where I want it. And I can't wait. You know, can't wait to get the floor finished, and then have a seat and a steering wheel, one step at a time. But I think it was a good day, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, man. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It just all depends. I might chop it. I don't know. We'll see. But see you next time.